on the right side you can see a beautiful white houseboat, and we all love to think it's the houseboat of Kim Kardashian. I think you all know Kim Kardashian. Well, and when you look to the front of the boat, I guess you understand why. Look at where she's sitting. Kim Kardashian. Isn't she beautiful? Wow, nice ass. So here on the right side, the one and only Houseboat Museum. You can visit it, go inside, see how the people of such a boat live. And I think that you are surprised how many space you have in such a boat. Well, and on top of that houseboat, you can see a beautiful flowered bike. It's made by a Canadian artist. He moved to Amsterdam with his wife, and he makes these beautiful flowered bikes, and he places them all over the city. So it makes the city a little bit more colorful. These days Amsterdam is one of the greenest cities of Europe. You can see a lot of trees beside the canals, and also behind the big houses are big gardens. Well, in the 17th century these trees weren't here. Simple reason is the boats didn't have an engine. They didn't have a motor. They didn't invent that at that time. So they were all pulled with a rope. And a horse or men or women. And then the trees only would be a stand in the way. So they were all planted here in the 1900s. Well, and also when I cross this bridge in front of us, or a lock, a lot of people ask me what are the holes in the walls for? With the iron bars in it. Now you can imagine you can't put a horse with a rope underneath a bridge or through a lock. So they unleashed the horse, and everybody on board took an iron bar, and that's how they pulled the boat underneath the bridges or through a lock. Like that. Pull it. That's what they used for. So the trees they planted here in the 1900s, all the Dutch elm. Two reasons for that. First of all, it has a thin root, so it goes straight down, so it won't damage the walls beside the canals and the streets much. Second reason is that the Dutch elm can have a little bit of salt in the water. And we still have a little bit of salt from the North Sea here, so the water is brackish. All the small boats you see docked around here on the left and right side, all private boats. You can dock your boat here as long as it's not longer than 10 meters, and you pay taxes for it. It's pretty expensive. If a boat around 6 feet long, you pay around €1,000 every year. Well, and when it's a beautiful day like today, and you take your boat out for a nice ride, and you come back and somebody else docked his boat on your place, it's a pity for you. You have to find yourself another place, because the places are not dedicated to you or to your boat. So in a moment we're going to leave the canal, and we're going to enter the Leidsegracht canal connects the three main canals. Leidsegracht. And when you drive a car in Amsterdam, you need some real good parking skills, as you can see. If you park it too close to the water, just before this bridge on your right side, you can see the very beautiful Herengracht. I'll try to pronounce it, the Herengracht canal. And it's quite a unique sight of seven stone arch bridges on the road. So get your cameras ready because you can only see this from the water side. Well, it's such a lucky day, there was just a boat in the middle of it. But if you want the perfect picture, you can always find one on Google. So here on your right side, Waldorf Astoria, one of the most expensive hotels in Amsterdam. That's all that all the people who work there wear designer clothes. So maybe that's the reason why you pay 10 euros for a cup of coffee there. Well, in the 17th century in Amsterdam, the houses didn't have a house number. Instead of that, a lot of houses had a cobblestone, so that people could see who was living there and what the occupation was. Well, such a beautiful game, so you can see on the left side, just before the white casualty, and it's George killing the dragon on top of the elephant's head. And it's all about the elephant's head, because if you had an elephant's head on your cable, that meant that you had a chocolate tree. Still you can see that the elephant on chocolate bars, like Côte d'Or. Amsterdam has still the biggest chocolate harbor of the world. And the guy who invented the most easy way to make chocolate from cacao beans, also a Dutchman, Mr. Van Houten. Wow! And it was Napoleon Bonaparte, who brought the house numbers and shore names to Amsterdam and the Netherlands. And he did that around 1850. So in a moment we are entering the only natural waterway we have in Amsterdam, and that's the Amstel River in front of us. All the other water, all the canals, it's all digged out by hand, with a shovel of course. And this is also the river that gave Amsterdam its name, because the Amstel was damn square, making a bit there. So it became Amstel River Damme in old Dutch, finally became Amsterdam its name. So when you look to the right side here on the Amstel, the most famous bridge of Amsterdam is the Kitty Bridge. Maybe you've seen it in one of the James Bond movies, Diamonds Are Forever. Talk about the flag of Amsterdam. You can see it everywhere, but you can also see it here on the side of the bridge is the red flag, black stripe, and the green white cross. The red of the flag, that's the city of Amsterdam. The black stripe, that's the river Amsterdam. The three crosses, we call them Andreas crosses, and they stand for the three big disasters that overcame Amsterdam in the old days. One is for the floodings. The city overflooded several times because of the open source with the Southern Sea. Two is for the fires. The city burned down twice because of all the wooden houses. And after the last burn, they only could use bricks to build a house. And the last one is for diseases like the plague, also known as the Black Death. Here on the right side, the most popular building of Amsterdam is our National Opera Ballet Center. We started building this building in the 1980s and teared out a complete Jewish neighborhood for it. The people in Amsterdam didn't like that. So they called it the Stopera, stop building the opera. Even these days we think it's a very ugly building. And it looks like a culture bit fake. When you look at it, I guess you understand why. So here on the right side, the City Hall of Amsterdam, and a lot of posters on it because this year Amsterdam is celebrating its birthday, 750 years. Let's talk about the ground we have here. It's peat, so it's like a swamp. You can't build anything on it because it simply weighs 6 weight. So if you want to build a big house, then you have to put wooden poles in the house for 50 meters. Because at 50 meters deep there's a layer of white sand. It's firm enough to keep all the houses upright. So all the houses you see in Amsterdam, they have about 30 to 35 wooden poles underneath. As long as these wooden poles are in the water, well, there's no oxygen, so they don't rot. But the water levels in Amsterdam will go up and down, so the wood started to rot, and what then happens is that the houses are going to be built, are going to be leading to each other. That's what you can see in a moment. On the left side, 7 houses, all leading to each other. That's why we call them the dancing houses. And yes, still people living in that. And when the houses are crooked like that, you can straighten them out. So what they do is they straighten out the doors and inside. So starting here on the left side, 7 houses, the dancing houses. Especially look to the hotel, and on the right side the blind queen. Just in these houses are falling over. We're gonna make a U-turn before the bridge, so both sides can see it.
Ze zijn allemaal scheef zitten, hè?
for a short moment. The very beautiful Southern Church, a beautiful picture moment for a short time. In the Southern Church is also the church where Rembrandt van Rijn, our famous painter, painted his night watch because his own house was too small. From this point of view, it's also painted by the well-known French painter Waldorf Astoria on the left side, the beautiful Southern Church.